Rivals in Formula One have officially protested to the FIA after leaked information revealed Ferrari's 2026 front wing part of a revolutionary Project 678 could offer a dramatic aerodynamic advantage over competitors. This front wing incorporates a sophisticated hydraulic actuation system that dynamically adjusts downforce and drag throughout each lap. The potential performance boost could change qualifying results, race strategy, and ultimately, the championship battle. Insider reports indicate that Ferrari has tested over 50 wing and nose configurations and deployed a Moto Z for high downforce corners and Moto X for low drag straights, giving them adaptability unseen in rival teams' prototypes. Later in the video, we'll break down the leaked specifications, explain why the paddock is in turmoil, and explore the FIA's delicate position on legality. Ferrari's aggressive gamble could redefine the 2026 season, but the full implications remain hidden until now. The Formula One paddock has been thrown into a state of shock and uncertainty following the leak of Ferrari's 2026 front wing specifications. Rival teams, including Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren, have filed formal protests to the FIA, claiming that Ferrari's innovative design could offer a significant aerodynamic advantage. According to insiders, the leaked data reveals a complex hydraulic actuation system capable of dynamically adjusting the angle of the front wing during a lap. This system could optimize downforce and drag in real time, potentially providing Ferrari with a performance edge in both corners and straights, a combination that rivals may struggle to match under the current regulations. At the core of the controversy is the technical sophistication of Ferrari's front wing. The hydraulic system reportedly allows continuous modifications to the wing's angle of attack depending on aerodynamic load, tire pressure, and airflow over the front tires. Rival engineers are concerned that this could blur the line between legal innovation and an illegal movable aerodynamic device. While Ferrari maintains that the design fully complies with FIA rules, competitors are analyzing the data to determine if the system could provide consistent performance gains that would justify formal complaints and strategic countermeasures. The FIA's handling of the situation has created further tension. Although protests have been submitted, no immediate ruling has been made, leaving teams in regulatory limbo. Historically, such delays in clarification can benefit the team pushing technical boundaries, as competitors hesitate to adopt aggressive aerodynamic solutions without certainty about compliance. This uncertainty has forced rival teams to take a defensive approach, adjusting simulation models, pre-season testing, and development priorities to anticipate the potential advantage Ferrari might hold. Ferrari has publicly emphasized that their front wing complies with all 2026 regulations and was developed within the legal framework. However, leaked data suggest extensive testing across over 50 configurations, including varied nose and wing angles, to optimize airflow and underbody interaction. Reports indicate Ferrari has implemented multiple modes to adapt the front wing for different track sections, such as high downforce corners and low drag straights. These innovations, while technically within rules, have elevated both curiosity and apprehension in rival garages. The leak has sparked a cascade of strategic reassessments across the grid. Teams are now recalibrating aerodynamic maps, adjusting suspension setups, and revising tire allocation strategies to prepare for potential performance gaps. Every simulation, wind tunnel test, and track run is scrutinized for insights into Ferrari's dynamic system. The paddock has become a hub of anticipation and speculation, with engineers working to determine whether to prioritize defensive strategies or attempt to match Ferrari's innovation with rapid developments of their own. Beyond the technical considerations, the leaked front wing data has created psychological pressure throughout the paddock. Drivers and team principals are acutely aware of the potential hidden advantage, influencing qualifying aggression, cornering decisions, and overtaking strategies. The mental strain of competing against a system whose true capabilities are partially hidden adds an extra layer of complexity to pre-season preparation, emphasizing that Formula One competition involves both technical mastery and psychological resilience. Finally, the broader implications extend far beyond Ferrari's immediate rivals. The FIA's eventual ruling will not only determine early season competitive balance, but could also set precedents regarding movable aerodynamic devices in future seasons. Teams understand that this decision will influence development priorities, testing procedures, and strategic planning for years to come. The leaked data has transformed preseason preparation into a high-stakes arena where technical innovation, strategic anticipation, and regulatory interpretation intersect, creating a tension that will resonate throughout the entire 2026 season. The leaked specifications of Ferrari's 2026 front wing immediately sent shockwaves through the Formula One paddock. According to insider reports, the wing integrates a hydraulic actuation system that allows real-time adjustment of the angle of attack, dynamically modifying downforce and drag throughout a lap. While Ferrari maintains compliance with FIA regulations, rival teams including Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren are meticulously analyzing the data, trying to determine how the system could provide consistent performance advantages. Even small improvements in front-end aerodynamics can translate into significant lap time gains, potentially giving Ferrari an edge that could decide qualifying and race outcomes before the first race is run. At the heart of the controversy is the hydraulic mechanism's ability to subtly adapt the wing's geometry in response to airflow over the front tires and underbody. This enables Ferrari to optimize aerodynamic efficiency dynamically, which competitors fear may breach the spirit, if not the letter, of FIA regulations regarding movable aerodynamic devices. Engineers are now tasked with estimating the performance window of the system, determining whether it delivers gains in low-speed corners, high-speed straights, or both. The uncertainty about its impact has forced rival teams to rethink their development programs and anticipate potential countermeasures well before testing begins. The leaked data also shows that Ferrari tested over 50 configurations of wing angles and nose designs, using a combination of wind tunnel testing and computational fluid dynamics simulations. This exhaustive experimentation allowed Ferrari to fine-tune airflow and underbody interaction, potentially yielding advantages that rival teams have yet to explore. The revelation has sent shockwaves through technical departments, prompting engineers to reassess their simulations, identify potential vulnerabilities, and evaluate how even minor inefficiencies in their current designs might be exploited by Ferrari's dynamic system. The FIA's delayed response has further intensified the tension. Although protests have been formally lodged, no definitive ruling has been issued, leaving teams in a state of regulatory limbo. Historically, such delays can favor teams operating on the edge of compliance, as competitors hesitate to adopt aggressive aerodynamic innovations without clarity. This uncertainty forces rival teams to balance caution and innovation simultaneously, adjusting wind tunnel schedules, CFD analysis, and track simulations while weighing the potential consequences of breaching technical rules. Psychologically, the leak has created new pressures for drivers. Knowledge that Ferrari may have a hidden aerodynamic advantage affects qualifying strategies, race pacing, and overtaking decisions. Drivers must consider that corners which previously allowed overtakes or optimal lap speed may now behave differently under Ferrari's advanced front wing system. The mental strain of competing against an unpredictable, dynamically adaptive opponent adds an additional layer of complexity to pre-season preparations, emphasizing the interplay between driver psychology and technical performance. Strategically, rival teams are revisiting pre-season programs to mitigate the potential advantage revealed by the leak. Engineers are recalibrating suspension setups, tire allocation, and aerodynamic maps to approximate or counteract Ferrari's innovation. Every simulation and test session is now scrutinized for insights into Ferrari's system, as even minor misjudgments could compound into measurable lap time losses. The leaked data has shifted preseason priorities from incremental optimization to strategic defense, forcing teams to operate in a reactive mode as they attempt to anticipate Ferrari's capabilities. Finally, the broader implications of the leak are profound. The FIA's eventual ruling on the legality of Ferrari's front wing will determine the competitive balance for the early 2026 races and could set a precedent for movable aerodynamic devices in future seasons. Teams are aware that the decision will influence development strategies, budget allocation, and long-term competitive planning. The leaked data has thus transformed pre-season into a high-stakes environment dominated by technical ingenuity, strategic anticipation, and regulatory uncertainty, ensuring that the tension and drama will continue well before the opening race of the season. The key twist emerging from the leaked Ferrari 2026 front wing data is that it may not just represent a minor aerodynamic innovation, but could reshape the competitive dynamics of the entire season. Rival teams are now forced to plan as if Ferrari holds a hidden advantage that dynamically adjusts downforce and drag midlap, potentially impacting cornering speed, straight-line performance, and tire management. Engineers and strategists must operate under a cloud of uncertainty, developing contingencies for performance scenarios that cannot yet be fully verified. The psychological impact of anticipating an unseen technical edge adds pressure across every team, amplifying the stakes of pre-season preparation. Ferrari's hydraulic actuation system is at the core of the twist. While the system is reportedly within FIA regulations, its ability to alter the wing's angle of attack dynamically allows Ferrari to optimize aerodynamic efficiency in ways rivals cannot immediately replicate. This forces teams to simulate worst-case performance scenarios, adjust suspension setups, recalibrate aerodynamic maps, and rethink energy recovery and tire strategies. The uncertainty surrounding the system's consistency on different tracks adds complexity, making pre-season decision-making a combination of technical calculation, risk management, and psychological strategy. The FIA's delayed response has intensified the drama. Formal protests have been filed, but no rulings or guidance have been issued, leaving teams in regulatory limbo. Historically, ambiguity favors the team exploiting the gray area, as competitors hesitate to make bold aerodynamic moves without clarity. Rival teams must therefore balance innovation with caution, weighing potential performance gains against regulatory compliance risks. Every decision, from wind tunnel testing schedules to CFD simulations, now carries increased stakes and strategic weight. From a tactical standpoint, the leaked data has reshaped pre-season priorities. Engineers are recalibrating aerodynamic setups, reviewing suspension interactions, and revisiting tire allocation and energy management plans. Even minor miscalculations could result in measurable lap time deficits on circuits where aerodynamic efficiency is crucial. The ripple effect demonstrates how a single technical revelation can influence the strategic and operational approach of every rival, forcing pre-season programs to emphasize defensive preparation, reactive problem-solving, and anticipatory modeling. Psychologically, drivers are also affected by the leak. Awareness of a potentially hidden advantage influences qualifying approaches, race pacing, and overtaking decisions. Drivers must constantly weigh risk against the possibility that Ferrari may have optimized certain corners or straights beyond expectation. The mental pressure of competing against an unpredictable aerodynamic system adds an intangible variable, highlighting that in Formula One, psychological resilience can be as decisive as raw mechanical performance. The political and regulatory implications further complicate the scenario. The FIA's ruling on the legality of Ferrari's front wing will set a precedent for movable aerodynamic devices in future seasons. Rival teams are aware that the outcome could influence car development philosophies, budget allocations, and technical strategies across the grid. The interplay between innovation, compliance, and competitive advantage creates a situation where pre-season decisions are influenced not only by technical analysis, but also by strategic anticipation of FIA rulings. Finally, the broader consequence of this twist is that the 2026 championship may be shaped as much by strategic intelligence, regulatory interpretation, and psychological foresight as by raw aerodynamic performance. Ferrari's potential hidden advantage, combined with the FIA's delayed ruling, has transformed the paddock into a high-stakes environment where every simulation, wind tunnel test, and pre-season strategy meeting carries amplified significance. The leaked front-wing data ensures that uncertainty, tactical planning, and technical innovation could define the season long before the first race lights go green.